The Wolverine Sports Network is on the air.
He's going to keep the football. Drive for the goal line. What's the call? It's a touchdown! The Wolverines have won it on the final play of the game. Touchdown East. A Wolverine walk-off winner.
Ostrowski, the righty, winds and deals. Strike three! It's a perfect game! Tate Ostrowski has thrown a perfect game for the Wolverines!
Piper back to throw. Has time. Looking for the end zone, and what is it called? Touchdown! It is a touchdown for the Wolverines with 7 seconds to play.
Rose City has won the President's Athletic Conference Championship. Rose City wins the PAC. The Cinderella story is alive.
Piper takes the snap. Looking to throw. Fires downfield. Frazier made the catch and scored the touchdown to win it for the Wolverines.
Today on the Wolverine Sports Network, the Grove City College men's basketball team brings down the curtain on 2024 as the Wolverines host Allegheny in a special Monday matinee tip-off coming up at high noon in the Grove City College Arena for this President's Athletic Conference showdown. But first, it's time once again for the Steve Lammy Show. Hi, everybody. Ryan Briggs here, along with Grove City College head men's basketball coach Steve Lammy. Coach, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We get to do this one more time in 2024. Welcome.
Amen, Professor Briggs. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to all.
The Wolverines are back in action today. They last played on the 18th, 12 days ago, here at home against Alma, 83-61. The Wolverines pull away in the second half for the victory. Certainly a lot to talk about that. Chase Yarborough, a milestone going over the 1,000-point mark. We will talk. We'll touch on that here in a few moments. 4 guys in double figures overall. Just in watching that game, calling the game, the word that came to mind to me afterwards was a very mature victory for the team in terms of an experienced group, taking on a team that's really young, almost still kind of finding its way. And over the last 12, 13 minutes, it seemed like the Wolverines' experience, savvy, all those things were really evident in a very nice victory.
Yeah, I agree. They almost shot the ball really well early, especially from 3. And they were scoring against our man-to-man. They were scoring against our zone. And we were just trading baskets back and forth early. And I remember turning to Sean Severson, my assistant, saying, well, maybe we should go zone. And then they score against the zone. And then I said, well, maybe we should go man. And they're scoring against the man. But we were also scoring as well. And during the timeouts, like there was no panic. You know, we made some adjustments to how we played them, subtle ones. And this just reminded the guys, okay, this is what you have to do. Like, guard your yard. Get your hand up on a contest. Block out. And they did that, and that's a sign of a mature team because you don't have to tell them again and again and again. It's okay. They understand one time. You tell them that, and then they go and do it. So, I was pleased with how we handled the adversity, and then as the game went on, we were just really consistent defensively, and then it kind of broke open for us offensively. And that I attribute that, obviously, Chase Yarborough getting his 1,000th point was awesome. But then 4 guys in double figures. And then some of the guys who maybe don't score as much, especially at the 4 position, like Jackson Wayforth had a couple points. And John Ward, Russ Gump, Caleb Haller, all those guys were playing at the 4 spot. And we got a great contribution from them against Alma.
Wolverines only 5 turnovers as well. I'm sure that probably pleased you as much as anything.
Amen, because that has been our Achilles heel, and we are working on it diligently, like passing, pivoting, jump stopping. And it was nice just to see the fruits of that because no one, and I wouldn't see, like, even those few turnovers were turnovers of commission. In other words, we were trying to do something rather than being fearful with it and doing something that was boneheaded.
And the Wolverines also shooting 54% for the game, 35 of 65, 19 of 30 in the second half. When you don't turn over the ball, you get more shot opportunities, and obviously taking advantage of them.
That is, yes. I can't say it any better.
So Wolverines getting the win 83-61. 4 men in double figures led by Chase Yarborough, who went over the 1,000-point mark for his career. Now 21 on 9 of 12 shooting, 21 points in 22 minutes. 2 assists, no turnovers. What a great all-around game for Chase. A very efficient game, and just him reaching 1,000 points. What a testament to the effort that he has put in, not just this month or this year, but the last, and even prior to Grove City, the last 5-6 years, going back to his days at Warwick High School.
Yeah, great point. And for those hearers that didn't know, Chase was cut as a sophomore in high school, cut from his team.
Yeah, not just cut from varsity, cut period.
Yes, he was not. He wasn't put on the freshman team or the JV team. He was cut, and usually that's a death knell. Kids are just going to quit and then move on, but that was not Chase. So worked really hard and came back out as a junior. Made the team. I wouldn't even say he got any playing time, and then improved even more, and then got a substantial time as a senior. And Warwick High School, I used to coach in that league, 100 years ago, is a program that is really esteemed in that district. It's District 3, okay, Lancaster-Lebanon League. And so he wasn't playing for a poor program. He was playing for a really good one. And then we recruit him. And honestly, there were not many expectations when we recruited him. We thought that we were going to get a good athlete. He was long and lanky as with his hands and his arms. We thought he'd be a good defender, and it was really up to him. Like if he was going to work at it, okay, maybe as a junior or a senior, he gets on the floor. But lo and behold, now he's a 1,000-point scorer. But there is cause and effect. He is our hardest worker, and that's why he got 1,000 points. Our hardest worker is our best player. And I'm not downplaying any of the other guys because we have a ton of hard workers. He just had the opportunity to do it for 4 years, right?
Yes.
So it's a testament to his just work ethic. And thankfully, that work ethic has permeated our team. And so it's infectious. And I'm happy for him. I'm happy for our program because of what he has done to kind of further what we want to do here.
And of course, Chase, he's the team captain. If this were a hockey team, he'd have the big C on his left shoulder.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And it was unanimous. And we gave the players the choice of that. And he was the unanimous choice.
No shocker there at all.
Yep.
Now, 1,011 points. He's 31st all time. Up next is the first 1,000-point scorer here at Grove City, the late Dutch Leonard, who scored 1,000. Move up a couple of spots. Allegheny. Coming names. Ron Arrington. That would be getting up there. Dave Merritt. Claypool probably. Congratulations, bro. The 32nd and most recent member of the 1,000-point club at Grove City. And a lot of people don't realize he led the PAC in total points last year, 484, which is a significant accomplishment.
That's right.
From the standpoint of he just was so consistent throughout the year. He didn't maybe have a 39-point and a 37.
No, he didn't.
Was night after night after night, much like he's done this year.
Yeah, that's right. It was very consistent throughout the year, and we were blessed for that because the run that we made last year was attributable to what he did, and everyone just kind of followed his lead, and that was great. And he shot a good percentage. And the other thing I like to say is that he got 1,000 points, and I said this in the locker room the night that he got his 1,000th, back against Alma. And I said, Chase, the best compliment I can give to you, other than you've earned it, just by your hard work, is that you did it within the framework of our offense. There wasn't some guys can get their own and get 1,000 points, but the team's not any better for them to be on the floor. Well, Chase did it within our team concept and within the offense and within our culture.
He's averaging 17 points per game, and he averages 11.3 field goals attempted per game.
Yeah.
54% from the field. That's pretty good for anybody, especially a guy that we considered a shooting guard.
That's right.
He's been a making guard
Yes.
for the Wolverines. And the Wolverines have been making shots at a pretty good clip, 46% as a team on the season, including 37% from behind the three-point line. Kyle Randall at 52%, Chase Yarbrough 46%, Jonah Bach 39%, Mike Christensen 37%, a lot of other guys in that 35 to 36 range.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be pleased with how the Wolverines are putting the ball in the basket.
Oh, yeah. I think we're harder to guard than we were last year because we have more players that are threats from there. We were limited, a little bit limited last year, certainly limited the 2 years before that. And so, and by the way, these are the same players. It's just that hard work pays off. They got in the gym. I think they followed Chase's lead. I can say that. And now there are more threats because of that.
That's a look back at the victory over Alma. When Coach and I come back, we'll take a look at today's opponent, the Allegheny Gators. They'll make the short trip down from the Tool City. Allegheny first-year head coach Pat Sullivan. A lot of familiar names. It looks like the Gators are starting to figure out some things with a new coach. And after a tough season in many ways last year, the Gators, they had picked up a nice win over the OAC co-leader Muskingum recently. A couple of narrow losses. A team certainly that is playing a lot better than what the overall record might indicate. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about Allegheny. You're listening to the Steve Lammy Show here on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Founded in 1955, the President's Athletic Conference is regarded as one of the elite NCAA Division III conferences in the nation. Comprised of 11 private institutions and 2 associate members, the PAC remains unique in this day of high-pressure college athletics. As a charter member of NCAA Division III, PAC student athletes excel in 23 varsity sports as well as the classroom. Want to learn more? Visit us at pacathletics.org or follow us on social media.
Welcome back on the Wolverine Sports Network. This is the Steve Lammy Show. Ryan Briggs here with Grove City College head men's basketball coach Steve Lammy. Grove City and Allegheny getting ready to tip off at the top of the hour. A special noon Monday matinee here between Christmas and New Year's. A special game, special start time, and an important game certainly in the President's Athletic Conference. A home conference game in a league that really there's very little separation, 1 through 11. Allegheny, looking at the Gators coach, 3-7 overall. But obviously a team that, a couple games go the other way. They could be 6-4, 7-3. This is a good basketball team that is getting better and better every time out that we'll see today. Yeah,
they're just getting used to Coach Sullivan's system because it is a different system than they ran last year, which was the same system they ran under the previous head coach. So they've had 3 head coaches in 3 years, and they're figuring it out. So they're a dangerous team because they have, honestly, they may have the best backcourt. You know, it's hard to say that, the best backcourt in the league, because everyone has a great backcourt. It seems that the guards in this league are really, really good, but they're up there with anybody. And we had to guard them last year, and we squeaked out 2 very close wins. You know, it's one of those toss-up games. You know, you just got to. It comes down to, like, we have to really guard their dribble drive stuff, and that's not easy. We have to contest their three-point shots, and every one of their players can shoot that. And then on the opposite side, you know, we have to be able to score. We're hoping to do it inside because we're a little bit taller, but they double a lot, so we're going to have to do inside-outside, and then use our rebounding advantage. I think they're -4 on the boards. We're plus like 10, and that's something that we have to take advantage of if we miss those early shots.
It's an expression that was often used with boxing back when boxing was in its heyday, about styles making the fight. And certainly these are 2 teams that are really, very different in terms of course, Grove City, the flex offense, playing, 3 big men at once, a lot of screening, half court. And then Allegheny, 4 guards, and then James Sitter, who is the, quote, big man at 6'4", certainly a guy that kind of can play 4 positions, really. A very versatile player who has team-leading 27 threes. It's really kind of, a bigger team taking on and the style of offense and defense, too, compared to what Allegheny does. Makes for fascinating just from the X and O standpoint.
Yeah, it's going to come down to execution, who can execute better. And the other thing is, it's a strange start time, noon on a Monday.
Yes.
And so you have to be ready to – who's going to be ready at noon, right?
Because generally we don't even play noon on Saturdays.
That's right. It's usually at 3 o'clock or at the earliest 2. So that could come into play there just because we don't play Mondays. No one plays Mondays. Who plays at noon? No one. And so it's going to be that adjustment. Who's going to make that adjustment quicker?
Feels like those at the Division I level, those conference tournament games at noon on a Monday or something.
Right.
So,
good point.
looking at Allegheny, of course, we mentioned James Sitter averaging 14 points per game. Luke Barker, a guard, averaging 19.5 per game. 59 of 63 at the line this year. He's 94% top free throw shooter in the PAC, playing 35.5 minutes per night. Then Ryan Lang, another experienced guard as well. He's averaging a shade under 12 points per game. Barker, obviously, the classic scoring guard, especially with his ability to get inside and draw fouls.
Yeah, I think he's the leading scorer in the conference, and one of the best, or if not the best, free throw shooter. And he's good at getting into the lane and then getting you off your feet and then trying to draw the foul. So that's one of the big emphases for us against them, is that he gets in the lane, he's going to pump fake. You just got to be the second jumper. That's what we've been taught. So he's going to get off the floor. Well, go with him. Don't be the first jumper, then allow him to draw the foul, inside.
Jason Perry and Isaiah Portis rounding out the starting lineup. Perry averaging 9 points per game. Portis averaging 7 points per game. Portis at 6'2", the team's leading rebounder, averaging 7 per game. We talked about some of the differences between the teams, and certainly one difference as well is bench or length of bench. The Wolverines will play 12, 13 guys. Allegheny, generally, it's been a 7-man rotation with Tanner Miller and Marcelo Morera coming off the bench for the Gators. Is it a case where you maybe want to try and do some things to maybe exploit their maybe reluctance to go deeper than that?
Yes. We hope that we can use that advantage. One way that they can prevent us from using that advantage is by drawing a lot of fouls, which chops the game up. It allows their starters to remain on the floor longer because there are breaks. What we want to do is keep them off the line, keep that clock running, and then we're going to run in our subs. And that's something that we've done for years and years, and hope that fatigues them. The thing is, they're such good shooters that if you have fresh legs, you can shoot well. And the hope is that the more we substitute, the less we foul, and the more that we can run them. Causes maybe some fatigued legs, and then maybe a shooting percentage that's lower than that's normal.
Besides that, any other keys for the Wolverines to close out 2024 with a victory to head into the new year at 5-1 in the league?
Yeah, honestly, be ready at noon, not at 3. Be ready at noon. Be the second jumper so that we keep them off the line, especially on their drives. And the other key defensively is keeping them out of the middle of the floor. They're really good at driving that way, and we're going to try as hard as we can to fan them into the baseline where we can get that automatic help in our defensive rotation.
Coach, looking forward to it. What better way to send out the 2024 than with Wolverine basketball? Best of luck, and literally we will talk to you next year.
Amen. Thanks, Professor Briggs.
That is Grove City College head men's basketball coach Steve Lammy. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off. It's a Monday matinee in the PAC. Grove City hosting Allegheny, and it comes up next after these important messages on the Wolverine Sports Network.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires. Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
And we are live this afternoon, actually still technically morning here in the Grove City College Arena. Ryan Briggs with you today as Grove City gets ready to host Allegheny noon tip here. So we are about 10 minutes or so away from tipping off here. Technically still morning here in Western Pennsylvania. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year to everybody here along the lines for this President's Athletic Conference lid lifter, or excuse me, not a lid lifter, just it's the actually the season capper as Grove City takes on Allegheny. Little nugget here. Grove City and Allegheny, this series dates back to 1898. In fact, Grove City's first ever opponent in men's basketball, Allegheny. So they've played a lot over the years. This will be the 151st meeting. Allegheny leads the series 76-74. Grove City swept the Gators last year. A couple of narrow wins by 3 and by 4. And right now Allegheny coming in at 1-4 in the PAC, but a team that is really playing a lot better, and a team that's certainly going to be very dangerous, not only today, but certainly when the calendar flips to 2025. Grove City 4-1 in the league right now, half game behind Chatham, who's 5-1. Of course, that lone loss for Chatham came at the hands of the Wolverines. Chatham will be at Franciscan tomorrow, 2 p.m., that's the second half of a women's-men's doubleheader. PAC Sports Network will have that one if you're looking for something to get your New Year's Eve kicked off. It is time now for today's starting lineups. And starting lineups, of course, up on your screen. But for those of you who may be listening or driving, we will give them to you audibly as well. First for Allegheny, head coach Pat Sullivan, longtime assistant at Wabash. Now in his first season, he will line them up this way. It's the same starting 5 Allegheny's used in all 10 games. The guards are Jason Perry, 6'1 sophomore from Tampa. Perry averaging 9.2 points per game. Luke Barker, 6'1 senior from Struthers, Ohio, averaging a PAC best 19.5 points per game. The third guard, Ryan Lang, the 6'1 junior sharpshooter from Knock. Lang coming into today's game, averaging 12 points per game. Up front, Isaiah Portis, 6'2 junior, only 6'2, but averaging a team-leading 7 rebounds per game. He's also averaging 7 points per game. Portis is out of Medina, Ohio, and Norwayne High School. And the fifth starter is James Sitter, 6'4 junior from Fairview, averaging 14 points and 4 rebounds per game. Perry, Barker, Portis, Lang, and Sitter for Allegheny. For the Grove City Wolverines, head coach Steve Lammy will deploy this starting 5. It's a starting 5 that we've become quite accustomed to. As of late, the guards are Kyle Randall, 6' junior, out of Willowick, Ohio, Eastlake North. Randall averaging 6.7 points per game. The other guard, Chase Yarbrough, 6'2 senior, averaging 17 per game. Up front, Mike Christensen, 6'5 junior from Oakton, Virginia, averaging 13.5 points per game. Jackson Wayforth, the 6'6 senior from Lancaster, he will make start number 4. Wayforth averaging 3 points per game. And in the middle, it's Isaac Cherry, 6'6 sophomore from Nordonia, averaging 11 points and a team-leading 5.4 rebounds per game. Once again, Randall, Yarbrough, Cherry, Christensen, and Wayforth for Grove City. The officials today, your referee is Bryant Berry. The umpires are Jay McMichael and Carl Engetan. As we close out 2024, the Wolverines in calendar year 2024 are 16-7 overall. And looking to go to 17-7 for the calendar year. That really doesn't have any real significance, but it's a nice stat. Overall, Grove City 7-3, 4-1 on the PAC. Allegheny 3-7, 1-4 in conference play. But the Gators, a couple of one-point losses, including 73-72 last Friday, the 20th, at home to Pitt Greensburg, a team that beat Grove City by 2 in overtime back in November. Big win recently for Allegheny down at Muskingum. Muskingum, co-leaders of the Ohio Athletic Conference. That was a very nice win for the Gators, who they have been close in a lot of games and very easily could be 6-4, 7-3. had a chance to chat with head coach Pat Sullivan before the game. He likes how the team's working, how they're coming together, and is really excited about what's going to come today, and as well as the 2025 progresses, starting this coming later this week, in fact. So certainly a team to keep an eye on, the Allegheny Gators. And in a 20-game conference schedule, there is some margin for error. You can, a slow start doesn't, does not necessarily doom you to being out of the race. And by the same token, a fast start does not guarantee you a whole lot, but still like to be off to the start that the Wolverines are off to at 4-1 in PAC play. But again, should be a lot of fun today. Really a real clash in styles. Grove City will, play, three big men at once. The flex offense, substitute a lot. Allegheny, a lot of essentially four guards, and James Sitter, to an extent, he's a big guard. He can play inside, but he's also the team's leading three-point shooter with 27 threes. He can. He certainly presents some matchup problems. Allegheny does not substitute a lot. They'll probably only go 7 deep. That would be Pat Sullivan's preference. So, really a real contrast here today. Guard-oriented Allegheny and big man-oriented Grove City. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more pregame as we approach tip-off coming up at the top of the hour. This is Wolverine basketball on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control.
Yikes!
So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Welcome back to the Grove City College Arena. Ryan Briggs with you. We have our stat crew here on press row. Ryan Merrick making the trip up. Tori Stevenson is here as well. Our camera crew, the main camera, Elliot Infante, is running that today. We have Emma Daly will be doing a lot of the technical work up there. Tyler Grupak, Assistant Sports Information Director. He's doing all the he's doing some behind-the-scenes stuff. He'll be clipping video and so forth for Grove City social media channels. Of course, give us a follow on Instagram at GCC_Wolverines. That's also our handle on X, formerly Twitter. So thanks to Tyler and Emma Daly, who's here. Emma's giving us a wave there. So Emma's all smiles. Got here before tip-off from a doctor's appointment, so we appreciate Emma making the extra effort here, and our stat crew here as well. Thanks to Athletic Director Todd Gibson for all of his support, Facility Manager Kathy Jacobs. 2024, a lot of good things for the Wolverines over the last 364 days, and hoping for a little bit more today as Grove City closes out this calendar year, taking on its oldest rival in men's basketball, Allegheny, 151st meeting. Now, Grove City has played Geneva more frequently, but in terms of the very first team that Grove City played, it was Allegheny back in 1898. And no, I was not there for that one, for all the comedians out there who were perhaps wondering if we broadcast. We did not, but always fun with the Wolverines and Gators to get together. 2 great games last season. We'll see the Allegheny women here next Monday, 5:30 tip. It's a standalone game. As Grove City will host Allegheny. Allegheny women off to a great start in PAC play, undefeated. And we'll have that here 5:30 next Monday, 5 o'clock airtime with the Jason Baker Show. But our next broadcast will be Saturday. We will have an audio broadcast of the PAC doubleheader, Grove City at Teal. Women's game tips at 1, men's game at 3. Will be on air at or around 12:30 with the Jason Baker Show. We'll take our final timeout and come back with the opening tip. Grove City and Allegheny coming up next on the home of the Wolverines.
Grove City College is a Christian college where you'll be challenged academically and nourished spiritually, where you can determine your calling and understand how to pursue it, and where you'll be a part of a community of purpose and principle. An excellent education is at the heart of the Grove City College experience, coupled with a commitment to faith and a mission to keep higher education affordable. I'm Grove City College President Paul McNulty, inviting you to visit gcc.edu to learn more.
My name is Jim. I'm a veteran, and I lost both legs in Vietnam. My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
I'm Julius. I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission, helping veterans of all generations get the benefits they've earned.
I'm Cece. My victory was finishing my education.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Hey, there he is. How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand or what?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you okay?
I'm having a stroke.
Your face looks weird too.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you having a seizure or something?
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear.
I'm having a stroke.
You just need to know the sudden signs. Look for FAST, F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. Or S, speech difficulty. Then T, time. Time to call 911 immediately, because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Know the sudden signs. Face, arm, speech, time. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college, which ends up making the future better for all of us. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I did the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
So the starting lineup's introduced here in the Grove City College Arena. Grove City will go left to right in the first half in the white jerseys. White jerseys, red numbers and letters, red trim. Allegheny in the navy, gold numbers and letters, gold trim. Bryant Berry will step into the center circle. It'll be Jason Perry jumping against Isaac Cherry. We're underway. Wolverines win the tip, and the final game of 2024 is underway here in the Grove City College Arena. And Allegheny will come out in what appears to be a 3-2 zone. And the Wolverines look to navigate against the 3-2. Not a surprise considering Allegheny's lack of height. Yarbrough near corner, 3 long, no good. Rebound far side. Christensen able to save it, battling with Lang in the corner. And the Wolverines get a second opportunity. Top of the key, Christensen with it. 3 on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Yarbrough, who came somewhat close to perhaps picking up an on-the-back foul, but it will be Allegheny basketball. The Gators coming out in the zone. We'll see what the Wolverines do defensively. The Wolverines have used a lot of zone this year. See what Steve Lammy has cooked up. Right now it's going to be the man-to-man to start out. Sitter with it. Sitter faces up on Yarbrough after the switch. Kick it over to Perry. 16 to shoot, just underway here in the Grove City College Arena. So right of the lane with it is Lang. Kick it near corner. Barker across the lane. Back right side. Lang, 3, good. Lang hits the 3, Allegheny on top. The 3-0, Allegheny knocking down the 3. Lang, a marksman from downtown. He showed it off there. Wolverines working against the zone. By the way, that was the 16th 3 of the season for Lang. Yarbrough, his 3 around the rim and out, no good. Rebound, Cherry puts it up. It's too strong, no good. Tip up and in by Mike Christensen. The Wolverines have cut it to 3-2. And Wolverines a third chance basket, getting on the board to make it 3-2. Left of the lane with it is Barker. Reversal back on the right side for Lang. Barker working against Wayforth now. Drives in, lost the handle, got it back. Nearly walked to the ball, able to maintain the pivot foot. Finds Portis down the lane. Jumper on the way, no good. Tip up by Lang, doesn't go. And here come the Wolverines after the defensive rebound by Mike Christensen. Randall setting up the offense. Christensen top of the key with it. Back to Randall, right of the lane. Wayforth, jumper on the way, good. Jackson Wayforth gives Grove City its first lead. So Wayforth now 11 of 17 from the floor this year. Doesn't shoot a lot, but he knows what his shot is, and he knocks it down. Grove City has its first lead of the game, 4-3. Far side of the lane, and a travel will be called on Lang. Tried to make a move on Cherry, giving up about 5 inches there. Cherry held his position, and Allegheny commits the first turnover of the afternoon. Wayforth out for Grove City. And for the first time is Caleb Howler, the 6'4 sophomore from Delaware, Ohio. He could be a factor against the zone. Randall into the high post for Howler, through his hands, through his legs, and out of bounds. Perhaps not what the Wolverines had in mind there, but Grove City now turning it over for the first time today. Both teams, as of late, have done a good job of taking care of the basketball. Back-to-back turnovers here. We have 2:50 gone by, 4-3 the lead for Grove City. And another turnover as Lang simply lost the handle. Allegheny coach Pat Sullivan saying there was some contact there that should have been called. It was not. So turnover gives the ball back to Grove City. Randall working on Perry to Cherry, left of the lane. Cherry spins, gets tied up, and we'll have a jump ball. And this time it's Allegheny's basketball via the possession arrow. Portis forcing the tie-up. So 4 straight turnovers. After a somewhat crisp start, things have gotten a bit wobbly. Wholesale changes for Grove City. Austin Johncourt, 6'9 sophomore from Avonworth in. Drew Collins, 6'3 sophomore from Trinity in. Jonah Bach, 6'1 senior from McDowell. Anderson Skelton, 6'4 freshman from North Carolina. And John Ward, 6'6 senior from North Carolina. All in. Wolverines send the new 5. Allegheny has its starting 5 out there. Barker, far corner 3, rattles out, no good. And Skelton grabs a defensive rebound. Anderson Skelton working on the near wing. Leads Grove City's rookies in playing time this year. He has it on the right wing. Skelton to the top of the key. Back to Collins. 15 to shoot. Skelton gives it off to Bach. Jonah Bach, number 2 all-time at Grove City in 3-pointers. Long 3 from Bach on the way back to the rim. No good. Rebound Skelton with it. Wolverines will get another crack at it. Ward on the block. Back to Collins in the corner. Collins, 3, no. Johncourt the rebound. Johncourt underneath puts it up. Too strong, but a foul. Austin Johncourt will shoot two. Looks like they'll get Sitter. Yes, James Sitter picks up the first foul of the afternoon as he got a pretty good piece of Austin Johncourt, and it will be Austin Johncourt shooting two. He's 9 of 16 at the line this year. And now 9 of 17. Ward out. Russ Gump, 6'6" senior, out of Central Columbia in. Like Russ got a bit of a trim when he was back home in coal country. Showing off a new do today. Johncourt gets the second one to drop. His first point, it's 5-3. 4 minutes gone by in the first half. Left of the lane, Barker with it. Barker posting up. Barker in on Collins, and a foul will be called. Collins blocked the shot, but he got him on the follow-through. He made sure that shot was not going to get up on the backboard. Drew Collins picks up the foul. His first team first, and we've reached our first media timeout of the afternoon. 5-3, Grove City on top. We'll be back after this on the home of the Wolverines.
You can't escape a traffic jam. Know what else you can't escape? Seasonal allergies. And you might think you can avoid that coffee stain until... Oh, really? You can't escape a lot of things in life, but you can escape prediabetes. Prediabetes captures 1 in 3 adults. There are usually no signs of prediabetes. In fact, most people don't even know they have it. But with early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Take action by taking the 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. You might not be able to escape having this song stuck in your head, but you can escape prediabetes. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
The foul's on Drew Collins of Grove City. His first was actually the team's second. They did call a foul on Yarbrough on the rebound earlier. So apologize for that error. Sarah Sears at the scores table getting us straightened out. So that is an error by the play-by-play guy. Luke Barker, he does not err at the foul line, 94%. But that one's short. And the broadcaster's jinx there. Maybe I'm back to even here. Second one for Barker is good. His first point of the game, and it's 5-4. 15:45 to go in the first half. Jumper put up and good for the Wolverines. Russ Gump scoring in the lane to make it 7-4. Barker with it. Barker down the lane, up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Anderson Skelton then. Bach pulls up right wing, 3 on the way, no good. Portis had the rebound. Gump knocked it away, goes out of bounds. And it will be Allegheny basketball, 15:04 of the first half. And I guess we're having a little bit of a camera difficulty up top. We apologize for that. I have no idea what's causing that. It needs to be zoomed out. There's an issue up there with the computer. Barker left wing 3, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and it will be Grove City basketball. Back to action here. Mike Christensen going 2 for 2 at the line. Fouls on Barker. It's his first, team second. And then Mike Christensen whistled for a foul at the other end. His first, team third. 9-4 Grove City, 14:25 to go first half. Lang, top of the key. Lang up the right-handed, good. Tough shot for Ryan Lang. He has 5, and it's 9-6. Randall's entry knocked away. Portis with it. Ahead to Lang. Lang into the lane. Hauer dislodge it. Cherry with it. 2-on-2. Cherry takes it all the way. Lefty layup is good. The big guy runs the floor. 11-6. Cherry. First points of the afternoon. (11-6) the lead. Barker on the right wing with it. Barker will hand it off to Tanner Miller. He checked in during the last break. Give it for cutting Lang. Lang down the lane, and Lang fouled down low. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul is on Isaac Cherry. Cherry's first, team fourth, and 2 free throws upcoming for Ryan Lang. Lang, that one rattles around and drops in. He comes in at 56%. Lang with 6 of the 7 so far for Allegheny. Now 7 of 8. Lang will check out. Jason Perry back in after a quick breather. The Allegheny 5. Perry, Tanner Miller. Miller's a sophomore out of Elkins, West Virginia. And the far side ball knocked away, out of bounds, and it's off of the Wolverines. Grove City turning it over. So turnover's becoming a bit problematic. Jeremy Berta, 6'2 sophomore, in for the first time as well for Allegheny. Berta is out of Johnstown and Forest Hills. Sitter remains out there along with Barker. 13-19 to go first half, 11-8, the Grove City lead. Tanner Miller with it, working on Cherry. Out of the block, swings it right side to Perry. Move it up top to Berta, and give it back off to Miller. Miller drives to the baseline, cut off by Yarbrough. Kick it right side, Berta, 3 short. Mike Christensen the rebound. Here comes Grove City. Christensen through the midcourt logo, ahead for Ward, off the mark, out of bounds. And the Wolverines commit their 5th turnover of the early going. Fortunately for Grove City, the first 4 have not resulted in any points, but you're playing with fire when you're turning over the basketball. Perry brings it ahead, working on Kyle Randall. Swinging out to Miller, and the handoff to Barker. Allegheny runs a lot of sets, a lot of half-court sets. Sometimes just get the offense going, sometimes you get a quick hitter. Sitter pulls up 3, no good. Rebound, Christensen picks it off out at the foul line. Christensen into the forecourt with it. Give it up top to Cherry, and now Randall up top. Fire right corner, Christensen. Allegheny now in the man-to-man. Gators came out in a 3-2. Christensen posting up on the 6'1 Barker. Gets doubled by Perry, finding Randall up top. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound, Cherry comes up with it, puts it up with the right hand. No ball batted around. Yarbrough with it, puts it up and in. Chase Yarbrough's first points of the afternoon. 13-8, Grove City's lead back to 5. As we have 12 minutes to go in the first half. We'll have a timeout on the next stoppage, of course. Barker into the lane, spins, kicks it right side. Perry, 3, rims out, no good. Russ Gump collects the rebound for Grove City. Wolverines, 14-2 edge on the glass so far. Yarbrough jumper, long, no good. Rebound, out of bounds off of Cherry. And we've reached our under 12 media timeout. Grove City on top, 13-8. We'll be back with more after this, right here on your home for Wolverine basketball. This is the Wolverine Sports Network.
Hey, is that a faucet running? Nope, that's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest. It is? Yeah, forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink. The water comes straight from the forest to us. In fact...
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
How do trees clean the air?
They soak up the dirty air on their leaves, branches, and trunks, which means clean air for us.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yep. But the forest does more than give us clean air and water. It gives us shade for hot days, birds to listen to, and trees to climb.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be. Hey, let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Skelton, Bach, Wayforth, Collins, and Joncourt, the Grove City Five coming out of the timeout. Portis, Berta, Miller, Perry, and Luke Barker for Allegheny. As we resume action, 11 and a half minutes to go first half. 13-8, Grove City on top. Barker left baseline, throws it across the floor, intercepted. Wayforth with a steal. Here come the Wolverines. Moving left to right on the white jerseys, red numbers and letters, red trim. Allegheny, the Navy, with gold numerals and lettering, gold trim. Bach left side, top of the key to Collins. Allegheny in the man-to-man. Wayforth, 18-footer on the way, got it! Jackson Wayforth, a long two. He has four, he's 2 for 2, 15-8. Wayforth. He and Christensen each with 4. 6 different Wolverines have scored so far. For Allegheny, Lang has 7 of the 8. Barker left wing will move it up top to Portis. Reverse the right wing to Tanner Miller. 9 to shoot. Miller with it. Miller is going to be called for the hook as he worked his way around the defender. Miller used the offhand to gain the advantage. It's his first, team third. It goes back to Grove City with 10:35 to go in the first half. For Allegheny, the 5th turnover. Each team with 5 turnovers, but Grove City has scored 4 points off of turnovers. Not a large number, but Allegheny is yet to score off a Grove City turnover. Collins works it inside to Skelton. Skelton doubled, back to Haller, and Wolverines move it up top. Collins, top of the key, long 3, nearly banked it home. Rebound, James Sitter for Allegheny. Perry comes into the forecourt, leaves it for the trailer Barker, up top to Lang. Lang right of the lane. Perry swings it back left corner. Portis is open, 3-ball no good. Rebound, Skelton flies in for Grove City. Allegheny 2 of 10 from the floor so far this afternoon. Grove City 6 of 17. The warm weather outside and the warm temperatures in the gym have not translated to shooting so far. Joncourt left of the lane, 10-footer in the lane, glass rim no good, ball tipped up in the air, still loose and finally collected by Lang for Allegheny. Here come the Gators over the timeline, Lang with it. Lang right of the lane, over to Perry. Perry around Skelton, jump stop in the lane, pivots up with the right hand, no good. Joncourt the rebound. Bach left wing for the trailer Skelton. Bach, long 3, up, got it. Jonah Bach from downtown, first 3 of the afternoon, and a timeout will be taken by Allegheny. Jonah Bach hits the 3, it's a 30. Jonah Bach hitting the 3-pointer, his 23rd of the season. Grove City has an 18-8 lead with 9:19 to go in the first half. Jonah was red hot to begin the season, then things went the other way for a while, but he's starting to come back out of that shooting slump, bearing that 3, his 23rd of the season. Bach close to 40%, came in 39% on the season. Grove City's a team, 37% on 3s. Overall, 46% field goals for Grove City this year. And Bach hitting the 3. Wolverines missed their first 8 from downtown today, however. But good to see Jonah knocking down the 3 as he continues to close in on the top spot all time in Grove City history, closing in on the mark held by the great Sean Carr. Sitter into the paint, Sitter posting up. Move back out to Perry. 15 to shoot. Ball knocked away, but Sitter retrieves it. Left of the lane with it is Barker. Barker up in the left hand, no good, and the rebound picked off by Big John Ward. Here comes Grove City. Christensen into the forecourt. Christensen near wing to Yarborough. Randall top of the key, left wing to Ward. Cherry top of the circle, finds Yarborough. Entry down low for Ward, batted away. Nice play by Isaiah Portis to come up with a steal. Here come the Gators, 8.5 minutes to go first half. The Allegheny defense has been pretty good. Grove City shooting 37% and just 6 turnovers, but Gators just have not gotten going offensively, and that's been a bugaboo at times this year for the Gators. Down the lane with it is Perry, up with the right hand, no good. Rebound, Randall flies in for Grove City. Allegheny 10th in the league in scoring offense, 67%, or 67 points, excuse me. Grove City averaging 73. Cherry at the right elbow, working on Portis. Cherry doubled, and they're going to get him for the travel. A little bit of contact in there, but Cherry called for the travel. And it will go back to Allegheny. 8:05 to go in the first half. Grove City now setting up a 1-2-2 for the first time today. More so for a token look as opposed to forced turnovers, but it's something to look at, something to prepare for. Uses up a few seconds of the shot clock. Perry gives it off to Sitter, right wing, hounded by Russ Gump. Sitter drives across the lane, left side for Lang, who fumbles it, was able to save it along the sideline. Lang into the lane, up with the right hand, blocked by Christensen. Rebound out of bounds off of the Wolverines. It will be Allegheny ball with 6 seconds on the shot clock. And do we have the under 8 timeout? Apparently not. The inbound comes back out to Perry. 4 to shoot. Perry left the lane to Sitter in the corner. Sitter, 3, good. James Sitter, first 3 of the afternoon for Sitter. 18-11. Sitter, the sharpshooter from Fairview, gets into the scoring column. What a career he had up at Fairview High School, at District 10 powerhouse. Randall right corner to Gump. 13 to shoot. 7-point lead for Grove City as we approach the 7-minute mark of the first half. Yarborough into the lane. Left wing, Randall catch and shoot. 3 long, no good. Rebound tipped around and snagged by Sitter. Gators starting to gain a little bit of traction, perhaps getting the 3 and a couple of stops. Lang left side. Lang with a game-high 7 points for the Gators. Underneath, down low for Portis, puts it up, blocked by Gump, and the rebound whipped away by Gump. Wolverines have numbers if they push it. Randall into the lane, spins, kick it over to Yarborough. Now the Wolverines will set up the offense. Christensen, right elbow. Near wing to Gump as the Wolverines go left to right. Yarborough doubled in the corner for Cherry. Cherry to the block, jump stop up with the right hand, glass rim good. Isaac Cherry with 4, and the lead back to 9 at 20-11. 6:20 to go in the half, 20-11. Grove City with the lead. Wolverines have led for most of the afternoon. Allegheny led early, 3-0 and then 3-2. Perry into the lane, up with the right hand and good. Jason Perry able to muscle that one up and in for his first basket of the game. Cherry for Randall down the lane, up with the right hand, caught the front of the rim and dropped in. Kyle Randall's first points of the afternoon, and the offense is starting to gain some traction. 22-13, 5:53 to go, first half. Wholesale changes for Grove City, 5 men at the table. Perry puts it up, it was blocked by Cherry. Rebound grabbed by Yarborough. Ahead to Christensen, back to Yarborough. Yarborough in the lane, finds Christensen, 21 to shoot. Right side, Yarborough off a screen, corner, 3, no good. Rebound snagged by Jason Perry for Allegheny. Outlet ahead to Miller. Rebound margin plus 13 for Grove City still, 20-7. Ball knocked out of bounds by Yarborough. Allegheny will keep it in the forecourt. Allegheny sends Barker back in, Miller out, and we've reached the media timeout. We'll take the timeout as well with the Wolverines leading 22-13. This is Wolverine basketball.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
.5:21 to go first half, 22-13, Grove City the lead. Ryan Briggs with you. Want to say hello to Mark Means, the voice of Wolverine football, and apparently we must be having a bit of an audio issue somewhere along the line here, so we're cutting out. Been acting up for some reason. Not sure why, but we will endeavor to get that taken care of. Sitter top of the key, 3 ball, no good. John Core, the rebound. Sometimes things don't work the way they are intended to, even though they should. But hopefully we'll get that remedied. Jonah Bach, the Wayforth top of the circle, right wing for Skelton. John Core right wing with it. John Core working on Sitter. John Core pivots in some trouble, and a foul is going to be called on Sitter. And that'll be James Sitter's second, team fourth. So Sitter picks up his second, team fourth, and he checks out with 4:49 to go in the half. And in for the first time today is Marcelo Morera, 6'3" freshman from Abu Dhabi United Arab Emirates. Shot by the Wolverines, no good, but the rebound grabbed by Skelton. Wayforth left side from 20, no good. Ball loose on the floor, tipped out of there. John Core finds Bach, 3, good! Wolverines kept it alive, and Jonah Bach hits a 3. Wolverines did not give up on the possession, and Jonah Bach makes it pay off with a 3, his second of the afternoon. 12-point lead for Grove City, largest lead of the afternoon. Portis in the lane, moves it over to Jason Perry. Perry will give it back to Barker. Reversal up top to Miller. On the right side now for Portis. Portis gives it back to Miller. Jumper on the way, no good. John Core the rebound for Grove City. Right of the lane, Wayforth, over to Bach. Finds Collins, left of the lane. Jumper good. Drew Collins, the mid-range jumper. His first basket of the afternoon. And it's 27-13 Grove City. 9-2 run for the Wolverines. 3:30 to go in the half. Perry with it. Perry against Skelton. Perry work it down low. Puts it inside. Shot by Morera. Blocked by John Core. Wayforth the rebound. Skelton left side. Skelton into the lane, and offensive foul will be called as Skelton going for the charge. That'll be his first, team fifth. So the foul on Skelton is first, team fifth. And with 3:15 to go in the half, we've reached our final media timeout of the first half. Wolverines lead 27-13. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Wolverine Sports Network.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
(27-13) Grove City on top. 3:15 to go in the half. Coming up at the half of a first half recap, scoring and stats. Take a look at the PAC standings. Light scoreboard today. Things will get going fully again in the PAC come Saturday as we open up 2025. And the game in town today, and Grove City on top right now, but a long way to go. 3 minutes to go first half. Right of the lane with it is Barker, and he'll be called for the travel. Barker made a move inside and dragged the pivot foot. It goes back to Grove City with exactly 3 minutes to go in the half. Miller out, Lang back in for Allegheny. Allegheny, 6 turnovers in the first half. Grove City's turned it over 8. Rebounds the big number, 25-8. Grove City a plus 17 advantage. Allegheny back to the zone. The pass tipped out of bounds. And it will stay Grove City ball deep in the corner along the near sideline. Randall, Haller, Christensen, Cherry, and Yarborough. The Wolverine 5 with 2:50 to go in the first half. Cherry posting up on Morera. Reversal left side to Christensen. Back to Randall up top, 11 to shoot. Whips it down low for Haller. Reversal to Christensen. Slides to his left. 3 up, no good. Rebound Cherry with it. Cherry puts it up. Too strong, no good. And there for the rebound is Marcello Morera for Allegheny. Here come the Gators. Moving right to left. Barker across the lane with it. Barker to the block. Barker works it back left side. Morera, 3. Rims out, no good. There have been a couple of those for Allegheny today. Some shots that simply wouldn't stay down. Randall top of the key with it. Randall right-hand dribble against the zone. 3-2 from Allegheny. Randall top of the key with it. And a 3-second violation will be called. Looked like it was Cherry camping out inside. Grove City gives it back with 2:03 to go in the half. Haller out, Ward back in. If you're Allegheny, you'd love to, over this next 2 minutes, maybe whittle the lead down to 8 or 9. Get it to single digits. Right now it's 14. Certainly have to think this is a pivotal last minute 55 the course of this ball game. Perry into the lane, leaves it for Lang. Down the lane, up with the right hand, and he is fouled. Lang was a game-high 7 points, draws a foul on Cherry. That's Isaac's second, team 6th. So Lang to shoot 2. He knocked down 2 free throws earlier. And that one pops out no good. Cherry out, Russ Gump back in. Lang now 2 for 3 at the line today. 1:48 to go in the half. Puts it up, and that one missed everything. So it's an automatic dead ball, and it will be Grove City basketball. And it's a bit of a surprise to see Lang, who is a very good shooter, just having struggles at the line this year. I have to think it's, you watch the first 2 he shot, it's certainly not a mechanical issue, but sometimes the mind can get in the way of the body. Gump out. John Core returns with 1:33 to go in the half. 27-13, Grove City leads. Yarborough inbounding far sideline. Perry to guard him. Into John Ward. Randall up top with it. Randall to Christensen posting up. Christensen whips it back up top to Randall. 2-man game with Christensen. Posting up. Here comes the double team. Pass to Randall off his torso, but he grabs it down low. John Core on the block, and he is fouled underneath with 3 on the shot clock. Did Barker get him? He was certainly in the neighborhood, and indeed he did, so Barker picks up the foul, his second, team 5th. So Barker and Sitter each with 2. Cherry has 2 on the Grove City side, so probably tag that as moderate foul trouble here. Inbound to Christensen. Shot clock reset to 20 on the foul also. Randall, left wing, 3 up long. Yarbrough with the rebound. The Wolverines maintain possession. Shot clock did not reset on the air ball. 7 to shoot. Johncourt posting up with the right hand. Glass rim and good for Austin Johncourt. His first field goal of the game. 3 for Johncourt, 29-13 with 53 seconds to go in the first half. Perry working on Gump. Perry swings it over to Portis, left corner. Barker, 3, no good. Rebound far side, Christensen with it. Differential of about a dozen seconds between shot and game clock. Wolverines perhaps could have gone 2 for 1. Instead, they'll work the shot clock here. Up 29-13. No sense in getting cute. Christensen top of the circle inside the Yarbrough posting up. He's doubled on the block. Swings it back to Christensen. 3, up, got it. Mike Christensen. And the Wolverines have opened up a 19-point lead. Christensen was 7. This is a 14-2 run. 5 seconds to go. Perry to the block. Perry puts it up. He is blocked by Christensen. Christensen will not get off a shot, but that is the end of the first half, and Grove City has blown it open here before halftime. A strong finishing kick, and the Wolverines will go to the locker room leading 32-13. We'll come back with a first half recap after this here on the home of the Wolverines.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
Oh, that's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at GoRedForWomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work, there's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control over my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Back here in the Grove City College Arena, halftime, and the Grove City College men's basketball team with a 32-13 lead over Allegheny. Grove City in the first half shooting 13 of 32 That is 41%. Allegheny, 4 of 24 for 17%. Grove City also a decided edge on the glass, 31-9 in the first half. Grove City led by Mike Christensen with 7. Jonah Bach off the bench for 6, 4 each for Isaac Cherry and Jackson Wayforth. On the Allegheny side, Ryan Lang leading the way with 7. 3 for James Sitter. Jason Perry has 2, and then 1 point for Luke Barker. Of course, Barker coming in leading the PAC in scoring, averaging 19.5 points per game. But through one half, the Wolverines have been able to keep the clamps on him. Of course, he's a dangerous scorer, but held to just the 1 point, 0 for 5 from the floor. And again, the Wolverines still have their work cut out for them in the second half to keep him and Lang and Portis and Sitter. You know, certainly a lot of guys can fill it up on the Allegheny side, but through the first 20 minutes, the Wolverines have done a good job of keeping Allegheny for putting the ball in the basket. 9 turnovers in the first half for Grove City. 6 for Allegheny. 32-13 is our halftime score. We'll take a break, come back with more for halftime show on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Grove City College is a Christian college where you'll be challenged academically and nourished spiritually, where you can determine your calling and understand how to pursue it, and where you'll be a part of a community of purpose and principle. An excellent education is at the heart of the Grove City College experience, coupled with a commitment to faith and a mission to keep higher education affordable. I'm Grove City College President Paul McNulty, inviting you to visit gcc.edu to learn more.
My name is Jim. I'm a veteran, and I lost both legs in Vietnam. My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
I'm Julius. I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission, helping veterans of all generations get the benefits they've earned.
I'm Cece. My victory was finishing my education.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Hey, there he is. How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand or what?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you okay?
I'm having a stroke.
Your face looks weird too.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you having a seizure or something?
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear.
I'm having a stroke.
You just need to know the sudden signs. Look for FAST, F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. Or S, speech difficulty. Then T, time. Time to call 911 immediately, because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Know the sudden signs. Face, arm, speech, time. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college, which ends up making the future better for all of us. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I did the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Back here in the Grove City College Arena, 32-13, the Grove City lead at the intermission. Wolverines led by Mike Christensen with 7, 6 for Jonah Bach, Isaac Cherry, Jackson Wayforth, 4 each. Wolverines put 9 men in the scoring column in the first half. Don't forget, we'll be back on the air Saturday live in Greenville. We will have audio, the Wolverines Sports Network, Grove City at Teal. Women's game tips at 1. The men's game will follow at or around 3 p.m. in Greenville. We'll be on air 12:30 with the Jason Baker Show. And then next Monday, 1 week from tonight, the Allegheny women will come here to the Grove City College Arena. That is a 5:30 tip. And if you're wondering, well, why do we have 2 standalone games as opposed to a doubleheader? The doubleheader, the way the conference schedule fell, was originally during finals for one of the schools. So, of course, you have to find an alternate date. The men agreed upon this date. Allegheny's women they already had the date filled. The Allegheny women are actually at Mercyhurst today. So the women's game between these 2 schools, separated by about 40 miles, will be played next Monday, 5:30 here in the Grove City College Arena. It will be a busy week next week, as the Wolverines will be home women Monday, and then we have a doubleheader on Wednesday. Geneva comes to town. That should be a lot of fun. Always fun when the GTs and the Wolverines get together. We mentioned, of course, how the Allegheny men are Grove City's technically oldest rival. Grove City's first ever men's basketball game was against Allegheny back in 1898. The second all-time game was against Geneva, and Geneva is Grove City's most frequently played opponent. And on the men's side, and they will play next week. Women's game at 5:30, men to follow at 7:30. We'll be on air a little bit after 5 o'clock with the pregame show next Wednesday, January the 8th. Allegheny Gators have returned to the floor. They are getting loose, looking to get things going offensively. Just 4 first-half field goals for the Gators. And they've gotten some good shots. There have been a couple that just haven't gone down, but tough sledding, but a long way to go, certainly. Grove City on top, 32-13. We will take our final halftime break, and we'll come back with the second half of this one. Grove City and Allegheny, PAC basketball on a Monday afternoon here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Valvoline Express, carry car wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy. We'll check your oil, check your fluids, and get you clean. Fast, friendly service for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Wiper blades or filters, check your tire pressure. Locally owned, nationally known.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Fall. Leaves are changing. Why not get a jump start on the season and get the oil changed in your vehicle? We have your grade of Valvoline oil regardless of your gas or diesel engine. We stock most air filters and windshield wiper blades. So don't forget, we offer 2 automatic car washes along with 2 self-serve bays. Stop by to have your car run and look great. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express, carry car wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
And we're back here in the Grove City College Arena. A couple of guests here in the Grove City College Arena today. Two members of the 2003 PAC title team. Jeff Gearing, who was a senior on that team, one of the co-captains. He was the Grove City Sportsman of the Year for 2002-2003. Also a standout on the men's tennis team. Had a chance to chat with him. And then out in the hallway, saw Mike Luxick, the starting point guard on that 03 team. Mike, 3-year starter. In plain English, one of the best we've had here, and great to see Mike as well. He and his wife here taking in this Monday matinee. Nice crowd on hand here today, considering a Monday noon start. See some folks from town here. Allegheny, a nice following. They have a pretty good Western Pennsylvania, Eastern Ohio representation on the roster, and a nice crowd here today. So good to see that. Considering the time and everything, Monday at noon, not a traditional start time, but good crowd here, and the Wolverine fans like what they have seen so far. But a long way to go. This Allegheny team, a lot of firepower, and the Wolverines up 19, but still 20 minutes yet to close out this one. Wolverines will go right to left in the second half. Grove City white jerseys, red numbers and letters, red trim. Allegheny's in the navy jerseys, gold numbers and letters, and gold trim for the Gators. Grove City 4-1 in the league. Allegheny 1-4. Yarborough up top, 3 on the way. Back of the rim, no good. And the rebound yanked down by Lang. So Allegheny gets a stop to start the second half. Lang right of the lane, cut off by Christensen. Move it to James Sitter. Sitter working on Cherry. Both men have 2 fouls. Sitter works it down low for Barker underneath. Into the paint. Down low for Barker. He's been in the lane a long time. Be able to beat the 3 count. Give it off to Portis. Jumper, no good. Portis gets his own rebound. Kick out Barker. 3 on the way, no good. Ball batted around into the near corner. Goes out of bounds. And Christensen crashes into the door. Barker goes tumbling into the near corner as well. And it's going to stay Allegheny basketball with 14 on the shot clock. Couldn't quite see who was the last to touch it, but lead referee Bryant Berry was right there to make the call. He, Jay McMichael, and Carl Engutan are today's officials. Perry top of the key with it, 9 to shoot. Out to Sitter, 6 to shoot. Lang with it. Lang a team high 7 points. Lang into the lane, moves it up top. Sitter, 3, up, no good. Rebound Kyle Randall, so each team comes up empty on its first possession of the second half. Randall near wing to Christensen. Zip it up top for Yarborough. Allegheny in the man-to-man. Entry pass by Cherry, kicked out of bounds by Sitter. Shot clock will reset to 20. Allegheny played some 3-2 zone. Actually came out in a 3-2. Sprinkled in some man. Grove City's been all switching man-to-man so far. Randall, 3, no good. Rebound ripped away by Yarborough. He'll put it up and in. Chase Yarborough put back. He has 6. So Yarborough actually he has 4. It was so nice we counted it double perhaps. 34-13, largest lead of the afternoon for the Wolverines. Barker, right wing, 3, no good. Rebound collected by Portis. Good hustle by Portis. Then it's passed to Barker off the mark. Grabbed by Christensen. Down the lane for the trailer Haller. And an offensive foul is going to be called after the pass. Christensen crashed into the defender, Jason Perry. That'll be Mike Christensen's second and the team's first. It goes back to Allegheny, and the Wolverines will set up the 1-2-2. Randall up top, Christensen and Yarborough in the middle. John Ward and Isaac Cherry the back line. Grove City now sets up into the Man-to-man. Left of the lane, Lang into the lane, up with the right hand and good. Nice move by Lang to get inside. Lang with 9. 34-15. 2 minutes gone by, second half. Cherry top of the circle with it, rips through on Sitter. Cherry doubled over to Christensen, left side. Mike Christensen, 3 balls short. Rebound loose, batted around. Dug out by Barker. He's going to be tied up. Allegheny has the arrow. Barker grimacing a little bit. Favoring, he might have got the high and the low there. He's a little bit worse for wear, but looks like he's going to be okay. Just the scramble of the basketball. And the hardwood floor of the Grove City College Arena is not necessarily forgiving. Allegheny with the basketball. Lang over the timeline working on Christensen. Lang left of the lane to the block, whips it inside. Perry posting up. Perry up with the right hand, missed it. Russ Gump, good post defense, and he grabs the rebound. Randall to Gump up top, working on Perry, back to Randall left side. Kyle Randall, 3, rattled out, no good. Halfway down and popped out, Perry the rebound. Both teams have had a few of those today. Barker right of the lane, Barker in, and it's swatted away by Christensen. Mike might have gotten away with foul number 3 there. It looked like he clocked Barker from behind, but Gators will have it on the baseline with 22 to shoot. Now Jay McMichael is going to bring Christensen and Perry together and tell the lads to settle down. Barker into Portis. Well, back to Perry, working on Christensen. 16 to shoot. 3 minutes gone by, second half. Each team with 1 field goal in the second half. Wolverines up 19. Lang around a screen, shovels it back out to Barker. Barker into the lane, jump stop, steps through, pivots, swings it out to Lang. 3 on the way, good for Ryan Lang. Lang trying to rally Allegheny as he hits from downtown, 34-18. Lang, the first double-digit scorer in the game. He has a dozen. Lang comes in averaging 11-8. Foul's going to be called up top as Barker will be called for the reach-in. Barker, that's number 3 on Barker. That is a development, certainly. So Barker picks up his 3rd. Anderson Skelton, Austin Johncourt, Caleb Howler, Drew Collins, and Jonah Bach, the Grove City 5 after the line change with 16:31 to go. Second half, 34-18. Skelton left of the circle, finds Collins posting up. Collins, turnaround jumper on the baseline, no good. Rebound is tipped around into the hands of James Sitter for Allegheny. Here comes Allegheny, 5-on-4. Sitter, 3 short. Rebound collected by Perry. Perry drives around Johncourt, work it near corner, and a foul will be called. It was a 5-on-4 situation because Anderson Skelton lost his right shoe. He's getting it reaffixed now. Collins picks up the foul, his second. (34-18) Grove City leading, but Allegheny the basketball. Out of the 1-4 to Portis, back left corner. 3 by Barker, long, no good. Weak side rebound, John Ward. Skelton right side to Bach and back to Skelton between the circles. Skelton 3 assists in the first half. Having a very nice floor game. Collins left corner for John Ward. He's open, 3 on the way, no good. Skelton the rebound, almost on cue. Reversal up top, Bach finds Collins, his 3, no good. Rebound snagged by Barker, and here comes Allegheny. Barker for Sitter left side, Barker a ball fake, Barker into the, Sitter, up and good with the left hand. Sitter's first 2-pointer of the game, he has 5, and it's 34-20. Collins left block, turnaround jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound grab by Portis, so Allegheny getting a little bit of vim and vigor here. Lead down to 14, Lang to the block, Lang pivots up with the right hand, deflected by Skelton. Rebound out of bounds off of Bach, however, and it stays Allegheny ball. And we have reached the under 16 media timeout. And frankly, pretty good timing for the timeout for Grove City. Allegheny's whittled it to 34-20. We'll take a timeout and come back with more after this. You're watching Grove City College basketball on the Wolverines Sports Network.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Ma, is this how you feed a hamster?
I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is, this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay to think you know. But when it's something as important as your child's car seat, don't just think. Know. Double check if your child is in the right seat for their age and size. It'll help protect them in a car crash. Don't just think. Know by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Allegheny will have the basketball coming out of the immediate timeout. 15:08 to go second half. 34-20, but the Gators have strung together 5 straight points and a chance to cut further into the Grove City lead. Allegheny 3 of 11 from the floor in the second half. Grove City's 1 of 9. Inbound to Portis. Portis into the lane. Portis will move it out to Lang. 14 to shoot. Lang working on Skelton. Swing it over to Perry left side. And now for Luke Barker. Barker, 3 on the way. Good. You knew he'd get dialed in at some point, and Luke Barker hits the 3, the lead down to 11. Barker had not scored from the floor until then. You know, he still has the green light, and don't want to see him get hot if you're a Grove City fan. Wolverines could use a good possession here. Gump top of the circle, back to Collins left side. Collins, 3 on the way. Got it! Drew Collins on cue. Drew Collins, what an emergence he has had this year in 2024. Becoming a big part of the rotation, hitting a big 3 there to get the lead back to 14. Perry to the left elbow. Fired out to James Sitter. Near wing Lang has it. Guarded by Russ Gump. Grove City in the man-to-man. Perry skip right corner. Barker open. Barker pulls up baseline jumper. That one off the mark. Skelton, weak side board for Grove City. Skelton over the timeline with it. 13:53 to go. 14-point lead for Grove City. Cherry rips through, working on Sitter. Top of the key now to Gump. Gump, 17-footer, up good, the big lefty, Russ Gump. His second field goal of the afternoon. And the Wolverines take the lead back to 16. 39-23, 13:30 to go, second half. So after Allegheny cut it to 11, Grove City's answered with 5 straight. Some bench scoring for the home team. Lang, reversal left corner, 3, Barker, no good. And the rebound cradled by Skelton. Skelton over the timeline with it. Finds Bach between the circles. Skelton left side. Move it over to Collins. 16 to shoot. Gump up top with it. Gump to Bach off a screen. Bach, 3, up, got it. Jonah Bach, third 3 of the afternoon. Wolverines have counterpunched the lead back to 19. Grove City 8 straight, 2 threes, a Collins 3, a Bach 3, Gump with a jumper sandwiched in there. Just like that, the lead back to 19. Barker into the lane, left side, it's knocked out of bounds, intended for Lang, tipped away by Russ Gump. Wayforth, Yarborough, Christensen, Randall coming in. Cherry stays out there. Allegheny with the starting 5 of Perry, Barker, Portis, Lang, and Sitter. Inbound near side to Lang, and he'll be fouled by Cherry, and that's Isaac's 3rd. Also the team's 3rd. So Grove City starting big man now with 3 fouls. 3 on Cherry. Lang right of the lane, up with the right hand, rattles out, no good. Yarborough with the rebound for Grove City. Ahead to Randall, and back to Yarborough. Wayforth zips it right wing to Christensen. Cherry up top, working on Portis. 15 to shoot. Cherry at the left elbow now. Cherry looking, finds Wayforth, right of the circle. Jumper on the way, short. Rebound tipped up in the air. Sitter and Yarbrough get tangled up. Sitter had the rebound, and Yarbrough will be tagged with the foul. That's Chase's second, team fourth. (42-23) remains a 19-point game as we approach the 12-minute mark. Lang, game's high score with 12, brings it ahead. Lang in on Wayforth. Lang to the left of the lane, up top to Perry. Perry jump stop in the lane, reverse layup, blocked by the rim. Rebound grabbed by Christensen. Wolverines with numbers. Christensen down court into the lane, whips it over to Yarbrough. Now Grove City sets up the offense. Wayforth swings it over to Randall. The clock is Grove City's friend right now. Cherry posting up on Portis. Out to Christensen. Christensen pulls up. 20-footer good for Mike Christensen. Christensen with 9, his first points in the second half. 44-23, largest lead of the afternoon for the Wolverines. 10-0 run by Grove City. Sitter moves it near side to Barker. Barker between the legs with the dribble. Barker to the block. Barker works it over left side to Portis. Portis back to Barker. The shot blocked. Rebound tipped around. Christensen saves it, but it's going to go back to Allegheny as Cherry had a foot out of bounds. Yarbrough with a block. Nice hustle by the Wolverines, but it will stay Allegheny basketball after the timeout on the floor. Under 12 media timeout. Grove City's open up a 44-23 lead. This is Wolverine basketball.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
They took some time to reset the shot clock, and since there was no change of possession, Allegheny will have 3 seconds to shoot. Each team only 1 turnover in the second half. Grove City 10 for the game, Allegheny 7. 44-23 the score. Grove City now shooting 39% for the game, 18 of 46. Allegheny 8 of 41, that is 20%. 40-22, Grove City's edge on the glass. Christensen, Haller, John Core, Yarbrough, and Randall onto the floor for Grove City. Portis, Lang, Tanner Miller back in for Allegheny. See Sitter and the inbounder Barker far side. Perry getting a breather with 11:03 to go. 3 to shoot. Inbound to Portis. Gets back in the corner. 3 on the way. Good for Luke Barker. Luke Barker starting to warm up. Much needed hoop for Allegheny. Barker, pair of threes in the second half. He has 7, and that stems the tide, stopping the 10-0 run. Allegheny back to the zone. Randall works it inside for John Core, knocked away, but Yarbrough with it. 10 to shoot, 10:35 to go. Christensen left side, 3 up, off the mark, no good. And the rebound picked off by Tanner Miller for Allegheny. Here come the Gators, moving left to right in the Navy jerseys, gold numbers and letters, gold trim. Grove City, the home whites, red numbers and letters and red trim. Barker turns the corner. Barker to the right block, up with the right hand, and good. Barker, leading scorer in the PAC coming in, 9 for the game. Barker trying to put Allegheny on his shoulders and bring back the Gators. Halfway through the second half, 44-28, Grove City the lead, but Allegheny has scored the last 5. John Core right of the lane, posting up, ball knocked away, but a foul will be called. Portis and Sitter were both down low. And Carl Enguitan comes over and tells us the foul is on Portis, his first, team second. 9:52 to go. Wolverines will have it on the baseline. Shot clock at 20. John Ward and Isaac Cherry back in. Yarbrough finds Randall in the right corner. Back to Yarbrough, top of the circle off the screen. Ward to Randall, right corner. He's open. 3, up, got it. What a feed from John Ward, and Kyle Randall knocks it down. Randall's first 3 of the afternoon. The Wolverines reclaim a 19-point lead. Randall over 50% from downtown in the season. Knocked that one down. Lang into the lane up on the right hand and good. Lang with 14. Allegheny scoring in the paint. Lang having a fine afternoon. 47-30. Lang was 7 in each half. Randall's entry kicked away. And Grove City keeps it. Shot clock still at 22. Bach and Collins come in, as does John Ward. Skelton came in. It's Bach, Skelton, Collins, Ward, and Cherry for Grove City. Allegheny sets up the zone. 13 to shoot, 2-3 for the Gators. Collins left side. 9 minutes to go in regulation. Bach, about a 25-footer. Got it! Jonah Bach, closing 20-24 with a bang, his 4th 3 of the afternoon. (50-30), 20-point game. Bach with 12. He leads the Wolverines today. Miller right side. They'll work it up top to Sitter. Sitter left of the lane. Sitter whips it right side to Miller. And back to Portis. 5 to shoot. Barker with it. Barker to the block underneath. Reverse lip. Blocked by Skelton. Barker gets it back. Jumper to beat the horn. No good. Rebound, batted around, and the Wolverines have it. And then a foul will be called. Ward kept it alive. Found Collins, who was on his rear. And then the foul and the scramble for it goes on Portis, his second, team third. Marcello Morera returns for Allegheny, 6'3" freshman. Saw him in the first half. Portis out, Perry back in for the Gators as well. Gump, Collins, Cherry, Skelton, and Bach for Grove City. Allegheny back to the zone. Left wing Collins with it. Finds Cherry. Cherry left baseline. Cherry in, reverse layup with the right hand, no good. Rebound, Skelton flies in for it. The Wolverines will maintain possession. Anderson Skelton has put together a very fine all-around basketball game today, showing how you can really affect the game without scoring. Cherry, right of the lane, 17-footer, got it. Isaac Cherry stepping out and hitting a long 2. First points in the second half for Isaac, 52-30. Cherry was 6. Cherry showing some nice range out there. Miller, right side to Barker. Barker into the lane, moves it back up top to Perry. Perry called for the double dribble. Turnover number 8 for Allegheny. And we've reached the under 8 media timeout. Grove City on top by a score of 52-30. We'll come back with more after this on the home of the Wolverines.
Founded in 1955, the President's Athletic Conference is regarded as one of the elite NCAA Division III conferences in the nation. Comprised of 11 private institutions and 2 associate members, the PAC remains unique in this day of high-pressure college athletics. As a charter member of NCAA Division III, PAC student athletes excel in 23 varsity sports as well as the classroom. Want to learn more? Visit us at pacathletics.org or follow us on social media. (52-30) Grove City with the lead. Grove City has 3 timeouts left, as does Allegheny.
if that would come into play. Grove City also has the possession arrow. 4 fouls on Allegheny, or on Grove City, 3 for Allegheny. Barker 3 fouls for Allegheny. Portis and Sitter 2 each. Cherry 3 for Grove City. Christensen, Collins, Yarbrough 2 apiece for Grove City. Chase Yarbrough has moved into 30th place in program history. 1,015 points, passing Dutch Leonard, who was Grove City's first 1,000-point scorer back in 1959. So Chase moving up the scoring list today. Allegheny back to the zone. It looks like maybe a packed-in 1-3-1. It's certainly giving Grove City some fits offensively. Collins left the lane, now put up a jumper on the way. Good. Drew Collins says, I'll figure it out. I'll shoot from 15 and knock it down. Collins with 7. Wolverines having success in the mid-range, 54-30. Perry left of the lane. Perry scoop of the right hand, no but contact. Jason Perry will shoot 2, but he's a little worse for wear. He might have got whacked in the solar plexus. Jonah Bach picks up the foul, his first, team 5th, and Perry will shoot 2 in a moment or two. Perry right now, he's in the right corner underneath the scoreboard, crouched down, and he got hit again. Not quite sure where he got hit. He originally was kind of clutching around his solar plexus. Yeah, still right there, more or less right above the belly button. And I think he's going to shoot the free throws, but he's still collecting himself. Referee Bryant Berry coming over and checking on him. So we'll give him a moment to collect himself. Perry with 2 points today, 6'1" sophomore from Tampa. Perry, 84% free throw shooter in the season, 26 of 31. Allegheny's a team, an 80% free throw shooting team. Gators are 3 of 6 today, though. And it will be Perry towing the line to the right. Still favoring his midsection. 6:57 to go. Perry shooting the first free throws of the second half for either team. And the first one good for Perry. We've had what you could describe as a paucity of free throws today. Allegheny's 4 of 7, Grove City 3 of 4. So just 11 total fouls, or foul shots attempted. Perry shooting the second of the 2 free throws, puts it up, and that one rattles in. Perry goes 2 for 2, and it's 54-32 with 6:56 to go, clock rolling. Allegheny staying in the zone. Yarbrough left wing to Randall, now right wing Christensen. Caleb Haller works it down low for the cutter. Cherry slam dunk! Isaac Cherry, the stuff, he has 8. Baseline cut along the zone, or against the zone. Perry back the other way, righty lip, hangs the rim and falls off. Rebound Haller. Outlet down court to Christensen. We'll see that Cherry dunk on the highlights on Instagram, on X here after the game. Tyler Grupak putting together a nice package. A lot of highlights for the Wolverines today. Randall to Yarbrough, his 3 on the way. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped up in the air. Haller had it, lost it, saved by Allegheny. Throw it to Haller, however. It was kept alive by Marrera. Grove City will get a second opportunity. It's good hustle, but unfortunately for Allegheny, the ball ended up in Grove City hands. Haller in the high post, left wing. Christensen, 3 on the way. Rattles out, no good. Rebound, Cherry comes up with it. Cherry up with the right hand and good. Cherry in double figures with 10. (58-32). Grove City, its largest lead of the afternoon. We have 5.5 minutes to go in this one. Tanner Miller near wing. Miller working on Christensen. Swing it left side. 3 from Vinny DePaula, the freshman from the Lincoln Park Performing Arts Charter School who checked in. That one's long, no good. Rebound grabbed by Chase Yarbrough. Grove City doubling up Allegheny on the glass, 46-23. Thought that would be a factor today. Could Grove City dominate the glass? And indeed the Wolverines have. Grove City came in +8 in rebound margin. Allegheny -4-8. Yarbrough gets it inside. Haller missed the lefty layup, but couldn't get it to go. Rebound DePaula for Allegheny. DePaula brings it ahead. Working right side to Perry. And a handoff to Tanner Miller. Miller crossover dribble. Miller to the block. Miller jumper good. Tanner Miller, strong move inside for his first points of the afternoon. Miller, the sophomore from Elkins, West Virginia. You could take Route 19 all the way from Elkins up to Meadville. It'd be a long ride, but you could do it. Cherry left baseline jumper, that's long, no good. And the rebound grab by Berta. Berta leaves it for the trailer, Perry. Perry into the lane, jump stop, works it down low. Shot no, but a foul, and Morera will shoot two as he took a pretty good shot down low. Fouls on Yarbrough, his third, team sixth. So Morera, the line to shoot two. 5 of 8 at the line this year. Now 6 of 9. He gets his first point of the afternoon. Haller out, Cherry out. So it's Ward, Randall, Christensen, John Core, and Yarbrough. Allegheny with Miller, DePaula, Morera, Berta, and we have Paulo Caesar in for the first time. Second one good for Morera, 58-36. Randall inside to Ward, kick it right side to Christensen up top for Randall. To come up on the 4-minute mark. Yarbrough near wing, back to Randall. Right of the lane, Ward, jumper on the way for John Ward, the 17-footer is short, and the rebound dug out by DePaula. DePaula brings it ahead. DePaula behind the back dribble into the lane. Bounce pass inside, tipped away by Yarbrough, and it's grabbed by Grove City. Wolverines force the turnover, the Yarbrough steal. Randall to John Core on the block. John Core doubled, knocked loose. John Core retrieves it, pivots, finds Christensen, and now Grove City will reset the offense. Bounce pass to Ward, left of the lane, turnaround jumper, good. Nice pass from Christensen, and John Ward gets his first points of the game. 3:15 to go. DePaula, left block with it. Give it over to Caesar. Now DePaula with it. DePaula, jumper on the baseline, no good. Kyle Randall snags the rebound for the Wolverines. Ahead to Yarbrough. Yarbrough keeps the dribble going, finds Ward, now left side to Christensen. Wolverines getting ready to make wholesale changes. We see Liam Conklin at the table, Owen Wolf, Drew Collins back there. 2:45 to go, not sure who else is there. We see a couple of heads. Yarbrough, long three, short. Rebound, loose, and we're going to have a foul on Christensen as he crashed into DePaul. That'll be Mike's third, team sixth. And we'll have the under 4 media timeout. It's our final in-game stoppage, and we'll step aside. Grove City on its way to win number 8. Back with the finish on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Hey, is that a faucet running?
Nope, that's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest.
It is?
Yeah, forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink. The water comes straight from the forest to us. In fact...
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
How do trees clean the air?
They soak up the dirty air on their leaves, branches, and trunks, which means clean air for us.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yep, but the forest does more than give us clean air and water. It gives us shade for hot days, birds to listen to, and trees to climb.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be. Hey, let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Vinny DePaula shooting 2. Line to the right. We're shooting the 1-on-1, excuse me. Rebound by the Wolverines. It was DePaula's first free throw attempt of the season. Mike Vaughn in for the first time today for Grove City, along with Josh Backus. Owen Wolf, Liam Conklin out there. 3 by Backus, no good from the left wing. Rebound grab by Conklin. Conklin puts up, it is blocked by Caesar. Ball loose, and we're going to have a kick by the Wolverines, and it will be Allegheny ball with 2:15 to go. Jaden LeBron in for Allegheny, 6'2 freshman from Orlando. We also see Devin Lewis, 5'11 freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Also out there, Coleman Miller, 6'2 freshman from Altamonte Springs, Florida for the Gators. And the 5th guy out there on the near side is Caleb Akey, 6'1 freshman from New York State. LeBron, jumper of the lane, no good. And Ben Kano, little defensive rebound. The senior out of Greenville coming up with that one. Conklin, Vaughn, Backus, Wolf, Kano for Grove City. Kano, right side, 20-footer long, no good. Conklin with the rebound. Conklin puts it up and in. Liam Conklin, out of the nutmeg state of Connecticut, gets his first points. It's 62-36. Conklin, he's gotten some significant minutes at times this year. Pass intercepted, the steal by Vaughn will take it all the way. Missed the layup, no good. Conklin there for the follow, finds Backus, put it up, missed it. Conklin pumps, puts it up, and no good. Wolverines, several chances. Kano had it, lost it, squirming around. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. And it's going to be Allegheny ball with 1:11 to go. Wolverines will now send David Olinger in for the first time, the junior, making his season debut. He had a facial injury in preseason. Or no, he's actually not in. They had 6 out there for a moment. So Olinger does not make his season debut yet. Christian Suchavanu in, the junior from Pacific Palisades, California. Nick Eckelmeyer, the freshman from Sylvania, Ohio, in for Grove City. Devin Lewis, jumper in the lane is good. So Lewis gets his first basket of the afternoon. And now David Olinger will come in. Kano checks out with 54 seconds to go. Grove City will go to 8-3 overall, 5-1 in the league. Allegheny dropped to 3-8 and 1-5 in conference play. So keep an eye on the Gators. Left side, Vaughn, 3, good. Mike Vaughn hits the 3 ball. Mike Vaughn hits the 3. And a nice punctuation mark on 2024. Vaughn, the freshman from Bishop Canavan, hitting the long ball. Near wing is Stefan So for Allegheny. On the right block, works it inside, ball knocked away. Grabbed by Vaughn, 20 seconds to go. Vaughn for Suchavanu, it's tipped away, goes out of bounds, and it's going to be, whose ball? Allegheny ball. Last touch day Grove City hands, so it goes back to the Gators with 16 seconds to go. Coming up in the postgame, we'll have scoring stats and maybe a guest or two if we can wrangle somebody here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Lewis left of the lane, jumper on the way, no good. Rebound, Eckelmeyer with it, and that'll do it. It's a Wolverine winner. Grove City goes to 5-1 on the PAC, a 65-38 win over Allegheny. We'll come back with a happy recap here on the home of the Wolverines.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
Oh, that's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to four-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at GoRedForWomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work, there's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control over my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Back here on the Wolverine Sports Network, the Grove City College men's basketball team goes to 5-1 on the PAC, 8-3 overall. Your final today, 65-38. Wolverines pair of double-digit scores. Jonah Bach with 12 off the bench on 4 threes. Isaac Cherry adding 10. Ryan Lang led Allegheny with 14. It was a game-high 14, but the story this one, defensively, Grove City holding Allegheny to 25% shooting. Wolverines also plus 24 on the glass. We will tell you all about it after this. The post-game continues on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Back here one final time on the Wolverine Sports Network. Grove City, a 65-38 victory over Allegheny. Wolverines led 32-13 at the half. It was a 14-2 run to close the first half. Allegheny chipped away at it, but then Grove City a 10-0 run in the second half to break open things. And in the second half, and to take command of this one, Grove City gets the win, 65-38. The Wolverines are now 5-1 in the President's Athletic Conference. Allegheny dropping to 1-5. As we said, Jonah Bach leading the way with 12 points, 10 for Isaac Cherry, 9 for Mike Christensen. Drew Collins with 7 today off the bench, and it was, really, sometimes when we hear the term total team effort, it can be a bit cliche, but not the case today at all for Grove City. As a lot of guys pitching in, we talked about the scoring. Bach leading the way with 12 off the bench. Drew Collins with 7, helping negating the Allegheny zone. Russ Gump, a couple of key baskets. You look at what Anderson Skelton did today. Did not score, but as we look at his stat line, 9 rebounds today for Skelton, along with 4 assists and only 1 turnover. He did all that in 12 minutes. Had a couple of blocked shots as well. Anderson Skelton really, you talk about being able to influence the outcome of a game without scoring, right? Or without taking a shot. Skelton certainly did that. A game-high 9 rebounds for him. Mike Christensen added 8. Chase Yarbrough with 6. Grove City, a 53-29 edge on the glass today. James Sitter leading Allegheny with 5. A couple of other notes for Allegheny. Isaiah Portis with 3 steals. A couple of assists for Luke Barker. The Gators finished with 12 turnovers, 6 in the second half. Grove City 11 turnovers, only 2 in the second half. As Grove City goes on to the win, 65-38. Wolverines will be back in action Saturday at Teal. 3 o'clock is the men's game. The women's game tips at 1. We'll be on air 12:30 with the Jason Baker Show. And then next Monday, back here in the Grove City College Arena, the Allegheny women will come to town as Grove City takes on the Gators. 5:30 the tip, 5:05 airtime with the Jason Baker Show. And looks like we're probably not going to have a guest here today. We could wait a while. We had an early start, but we are not going to drag out things too long, and so we will wrap up things today. I want to thank everybody here on Press Row. We had Ryan Merrick and Tori Stevenson doing the stat work, doing an outstanding job. Our camera crew today, we had Emma Daly working up there. Tyler Grupak with all of his work with the from the camera and graphics side. A lot of great social media posts as well. Some really great highlights clipped as well. I certainly encourage you to check those out. A lot of highlights today for the Wolverines. Thanks to them. Thanks to John Hake, who was doing some photography. Photos or video or both, John? Photos today, but John, he does outstanding work. Check him out on SmugMug. Johnny Hake Photography. Great work there. He's a very skilled young man. And a chance to know John for a long time. He's a Grove City High grad, just like me. I'm glad somebody of consequence came out of there, because I sure didn't. But thanks to John for making the short trip across the borough here today and doing some great photo work. Thanks to Athletic Director Todd Gibson for all of his support and everything we do, as well as Facility Manager Kathy Jacobs. My name is Ryan Briggs. Once again, your final score, Grove City defeats Allegheny 65-38. Thank you for watching or listening today to this special Monday matinee. We will be back on the air literally next year, Saturday, the PAC basketball doubleheader, Grove City at Teal, 12:30 airtime. For all those people, this is Ryan Briggs. Again, thanks for listening. It's a Wolverine winner, and you saw it here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Good afternoon and Happy New Year. Thank you for tuning into the Wolverine Sports Network. We'll talk to you next time on the home of the Wolverines.